Hello world, hello YouTube land, it's me again. Right, it's quite late here in England, so I'm watching the TV, checking out Facebook and some other social media, and I've noticed that Mohammed Morsi, of the Muslim Brotherhood, President of Egypt, has just been overthrown by a military coup, which is very interesting, and seen as we all know, really, don't we, that the Muslim Brotherhood, or also known as Al Qaeda Light, are basically a puppet of the American government, stroke CIA, stroke the banks that actually control the American government. So yeah, a bit of a defeat for the old New World Order tonight, which is always good. Happy about that. So in the spirit of defeating the New World Order, let's look at some revolutionary comic in its own small right. The Movement by Gail Simone. Gail Simone, famous in my eyes as the inventor of the Occupy Gotham movement in Batgirl last year. Of course, a couple of weeks later she was sacked for no reason, but then after her fans got onto social media and pestering DC to hire her back, they did just that. So, you know, people power. Don't let these things go. If you think there's an injustice happening, then the best thing to do is complain en masse. Or especially with things like with comics, if you don't like it, don't buy it, and that'll always get their attention, won't it? So yeah, Gail Simone back, and you've given her own platform here to air some of her political grievances, if you want to call them that. But the movement's on number 3 at the moment. If I give you a quick synopsis of what's happened on the previous 2 comics, there's a group of superheroes. They live in a city called Coral City. Coral City appears to be a fairly corrupt place where rich people using the police as their corporate enforcers, stroke thugs. The superheroes' main concern at the moment is that there's a serial killer, and this serial killer appears to be allowed to get on with his business without any hindrance from the police. So the police appear to be either helping or turning a blind eye to what's going on. So the superheroes got together, had a chat about what to do about the situation as the police weren't helping, and had a little argument. One girl called Catharsis said we need to see a man called Cannon. He appears to be the puppet master behind this. If anyone knows who the serial killer is, then it's going to be him. So she's gone off to his luxury apartment to have a nice little chat with him, a quite violent little chat. And the rest of the group have gone off to a mystic called the Weather Witch, and they plan on asking the Weather Witch her advice on who the serial killer is. Okay, as we begin issue number 3, Catharsis is in the penthouse apartment of this Canon property developer bloke, and he's called the cops, and the cops have done what the cops do for rich people. They've started beating her up, and she's been arrested. The rest of the group are seeing the Weather Witch. They've asked the Weather Witch a few questions, but she's naturally suspicious of these people that she doesn't know. So she started a weathery fight involving rain and snow and weather. I guess that's what a Weather Witch would do. Okay, as we go through the comic here. It's lovely art here, by the way. It's very gritty. There's lots of spittle flying and blood, and everything's everything's in your face. You know, if someone gets punched, everything comes out. It's pretty cool. Let's see what the artist does. I really like it. It's Freddie Williams II. Very good. Very well suited for this. A nice colouring as well. It's not too dark. There's lots of lights in it as well. I hate when something's over the top dark. It's ostentatious really when they do that. I don't like it. But yeah, they get a right blend here, or a bit of dark and a bit of light. So at least you can see what's going on anyway. But I didn't mention it at the beginning, but the group of superheroes have actually kidnapped 2 cops. One cop that's rendered brilliantly by the artist here as a pig-like man. These cops are brutal thugs really, and the superheroes have apprehended them just because they're fed up of them abusing them really. They've got them locked up in a little prison, and they're not sure what to do with them yet, and at the moment they're feeding them hamburgers because There's a split within the camp. Some are nice and some are, more like catharsis, more, let's get back at these people. Okay, as the comic progresses, the group is still having a weathery argument with the Weather Witch. She doesn't yet want to talk. Until eventually they call a truce. The Weather Witch stops fighting, they have a chat, they ask who the serial killer is, and her response is, the man you want, his name is James Cannon. That's the guy that a catharsis went to see at the beginning of the comic, so it appears that she was right. Not only does this guy know who the serial killer is, the guy actually is the serial killer. So the rich scumbag property developer who's got the police working as his own corporate enforcers, his own thugs, appears to be the serial killer as well, according to the Weather Witch. Okay, near the end of the comic now, we've got catharsis tied to a chair and doing what Americans tend to do quite a lot of nowadays, torturing her. But she's not one to be intimidated or frightened. If I go to the front of the comic again, there's some really good quote here about her rejecting fear. Here we go. I'll just quote this for you. You fear the darkness arriving, and it makes you lash out. I understand that. You have your little mowed lawn, and that represents your power, your security. But that security is predicated on fear. Fear of the punishing arm of society, the cops, the judges, the prisons. For you to live your quiet life, you have to all be afraid. Well, I got news for you, officer. The darkness is already here, and we are no longer afraid. That's catharsis. So she's sitting in the chair getting tortured by the cops. She's refusing to bow down to fear. Okay, like I said, the group of superheroes are split. They don't think as one, as a hive mind. They have arguments about different things, and one of the more liberal, I hate that word liberal, but one of the main group members who wants to talk things over rather than using the fist first is a girl called Virtue. Virtue goes to the police and she offers them a compromise. She wants catharsis to be released. If the cops release catharsis, then she'll release the two cops that the police have. The policeman says, basically, we don't deal deals with you. No. Here we go. This is exact words. You do not take us hostage. You do not come to our house with demands. We will shut you down and your people will get hurt, maybe killed. Is that what you want? After the cop, not prepared to compromise, and Virtue seems to be agreeing more with catharsis at the end, the final panel of the comic. And she says to the cop, I tried to be nice, now you tear your damn house down to the ground. So not only is there a revolution happening in Egypt, there appears to be a revolution happening in Coral City as well. And next issue, the conscience of the masses. So yeah, it ties in quite well, doesn't it, with what's happening in the real world. So there, the movement, very rare amongst comics nowadays. It's got its finger right on the pulse of the current zeitgeist. It's one of the rare comics which is actually reflecting a lot of what's happening in the real world out there. It's doing the complete opposite of what most Marvel comics are doing. It shows that it can be done. You don't have to set things in Egypt. You don't have to set things in Washington. You don't have to set things in my neck of the woods in England. You can set it in a make believe city or a town with corrupt police and throw a serial killer in there, throw a cliche in there. But Gail Simone shows that it can be done. She shows how it can be done. I don't normally give 10 out of 10s, but this one is going to be my first ever 10 out of 10. So 10 out of 10 for the movement, Gail Simone and Freddie Williams second with his gritty, splattery art. Great stuff, get it now, you won't regret it. Viva la revolution! See you, mate.